Trey Cheney,
dude, you spit all over my monitor.
I got a mustache and beard now. It's kind of what I do. I'm like a sloppy homeless person now. Hello and welcome to 8-Bit Dad. I'm Zach Rosenberg.
And I'm Brian Ferguson. 8-Bit Dad is the modern parent source for news, reviews, and fatherly opinions, which is updated daily. In this week's episode, we cover some of the weekly top stories posted on 8bitdad.com.
That's right. We are the founding fathers, Brian and I. And we help aggregate fatherhood news and parenthood news from across the internet. We scour the internet, the Google, the dog pile, the Lycos.
We actually trudge
Alta
through
Vista.
it, if you say that correctly.
Yeah.
We don't scour, we trudge.
I use my mouse shoes and I walk, click.
I comb the desert with a fro pick.
So that's what we do.
So, yeah.
And that's who we are. And
Exactly. And if you have a story that you would like to see make it to our website or this show, you can email us at dads@8bitdad.com, or you can follow us on Facebook at Facebook. No, that's not right. You can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/8bitdads, or you can, like us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/8bitdad.
they can follow us and like us wherever they want.
That's what I like to hear.
I urge people to just kind of break the mold, whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Stalk us if you want. I think maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Don't stalk us. Like us.
Why not?
You can like us. It's fine. So this is episode 12. This is the first episode of 2012.
I think that means something.
That means something, and hopefully it doesn't
someone.
mean nothing.
Like the Mayan calendar podcast.
Right.
Do we have any Mayans?
We don't
today?
know. I don't know. If you're a Mayan, let us know on Facebook.
Is that why we're enjoying champagne instead of beer today?
We are. It's the...
And not the champagne of beers? It's actually like the beer of champagnes.
It is. And this is the celebration of your new job and the new year. And
Happy holidays.
happy holidays.
'Cause we haven't
And
been on for 4 weeks or so.
I'm a cheap bastard, so this is my $4 bottle of champagne that I have left over from the new year.
No, it's good.
It's not bad. Like, what is this? Cook's? It's Cook's
Don't they make ham?
Extra Dry champagne. I think Cook's makes ham.
Different cooks?
And they also make food. So
Like Kraft.
there you go. So there's that. So how was your holidays?
It was great. I lost my job.
Cool.
And got
But
another job.
you found another job.
Yeah, you can't keep a good man down.
So
You can, but they didn't. So I found another job.
All right then.
Had some good downtime with my kid. It was fun.
Yeah, you wrote a blog post about that.
Yeah.
In our new blog section, by the way. So check that out. It's 8bitdad's, what is it? 8bitdad.com/originals/blog.
Or there's a link somewhere.
Or you can go to like our originals thing, which is probably
Click on originals, and then it's underneath
right
on
up
a
there
little
somewhere,
tab,
which is originals, and you can find our blog section.
There's a little
We don't have a
nubbin.
lot of posts right now, but we will start to write more.
It's new to us. Here's the thing. We keep losing all these competitions for like best dad blog.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I've been such a jerk and keep telling you to shut up and cover dad news.
Well, that's the thing.
So-
I mean, we're both a news and reviews sort of resource for the other blogs out there, but we don't tell a lot of personal stories.
We don't say a lot about ourselves.
Yeah, so we are going to do that more.
We're going to talk about ourselves now. So
Yeah, we're going to be selfish.
We're going to make it to
and
the top of that Babel list.
We're going to totally dominate all the competition.
Everyone.
And
If you're a dad blog,
probably not.
get ready to have our nuts in your mouth. Because that's what we're aiming for. Have we hit the time point that we're looking for?
We got one more minute, dude.
Let's just move along. So, How's that
So
taste?
yeah, the site looks a little bit better.
Yeah, it looks great.
It looks a little. I took some a few weeks since we had a few weeks off for the holidays. We did some renovations, if you would call it that, and we improved some of the site structure and design
Kicked the tires.
of the website. Yeah, we kicked the tires and we made
Thank
sure
God, got some of those like categories cleaned up. I mean,
we
before,
totally did. Yeah. So
we,
now
we jumped like head first into it when we first started the site, and everything was
we just decided to say, hey, all these categories are fucking pages, you know, like we so we had to like kind of, you know, take a step back, organize stuff, and I think
congrats. The site works now, which is awesome.
It's
for
a little
everyone.
bit, it's working. The review section is a little bit prettier. It has actual reviews. It has ratings. It has parents rating. It has kids rating, and it has an overall value, which is the addition of the two kids and parents rating. And I would love to give Louis C.K. a fucking 10. But unfortunately, he's not appealing to kids. So it's
Same
just
thing with
parents.
Call of Duty. Call of Duty to me, it's a 5-star game out of 5. To my kid, it's a 0. So it gets a 5 out of 10.
So you know we have our own rating system, and
it's equally as confusing as everyone else's.
but the overall scores are really cool in the sidebar. We could, you know, we're showing the latest 3 reviews in the sidebar.
It looks awesome.
Which is over yonder. So check that out and let us know how we're doing. You can send a WhatsApp email to us on the contact page, and
or you can leave a comment on one of the reviews and say, "Hey, great review."
Yeah, exactly. So
we're people too.
There's that.
And if not, you can blow me.
Yes. So we had a podcast question of the week for this last week, and what was that?
Well,
I'm pretending I'm blind, or
you're pretending you're not seeing. What was that podcast question that we haven't been looking at all week?
Standard news.
What smell or scent reminds you of your dad?
Now this was interesting because originally, when I first saw this question, I was like, okay, here we go.
That's what I was going for, because we did. I came up with this actually 3 weeks ago, or whenever we did a last question, but instead I did the songs because it tied into a story.
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking about all the different senses. But I was thinking, because we had just recently gotten T-gel in our house, the shampoo, like whoever makes it, T-gel.
Yeah.
The smell of it reminds me of my dad. I don't know why. I guess just because he had it all the time. Like, it reminds me of my dad. So I was kind of wondering. I've heard people say before that like certain foods remind them of their dad. Like I was watching Top Chef, and a lot of them said like their certain foods, like the smell of them remind them of their dad's cooking or something. So it kind of got me thinking. I thought it'd be a really engaging question to say, you know,
that's
what
pretty cool.
reminds you of your dad, what scent? And people initially think like that's gross, but then everyone's got something.
Totally.
And we had so many different cool responses that it was, you know.
And like personally for me is one of the people mentioned fresh cut grass, and that's because I played a lot of soccer and baseball when I grew up, like a lot of sports. You wouldn't notice that now because I'm, you know, old and fat. But you know, the fresh cut grass smell was like really. Anytime I smell that, it just takes me back to when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it reminds me of just like spending time, because you know he was like my coach for all of my teams and everything. So it was a really big impact, you know. And we spent a lot of time together with the sports. So you know,
the smell of Christmas trees reminds me of your dad, since I won one from him.
You're still gonna remember that.
I was gonna say that every day of my life, ever.
Never forget that Christmas tree.
It was like 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
I donated it.
All right.
Got some clout for that one.
And money.
So we had some good responses. Daniel Kaufman, I don't know who this guy is, but he says body odor. Body odor reminds him of his dad.
Hopefully his dad's body odor, not anyone else's body odor, because that would be kind of weird.
He says, my dad hated bathing and only did so once a week or less. Every time I smell that certain kind of body odor, the kind that comes from personal neglect, I think of him.
At least it's not personal sadness.
Yeah.
You know?
The sad body odor.
Yeah, we don't like that.
When you sweat from sadness. Raul Colon, who's been like a real good follower lately.
Yeah.
Been reading a lot. He says Paco Rabanne. That's what reminds him of his dad.
Is that cologne?
Still wears it. I think it is.
Or is it a man that he wears?
Like the actual man. He wears a man like...
He just wears a man named Paco.
skin coat. Sick.
Yeah.
Ed Miller.
He's my buddy. Yeah. We've known each other for a long time, yeah. We call him Mr. Ed. He's a good man, and we like him a lot.
He says Old Spice after shave.
Yeah. A lot of people said Old Spice. I noticed that.
Yeah.
Like not just in the comments on our site, but in
Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah.
Well, it was kind of an old school thing.
It's an old school cologne, yeah.
Jocelyn Dugan, who was a friend of mine from college.
Oh, cool.
She said the smell of worn leather and a tobacco pipe together. Old Spice, the original.
Yeah.
The leather and the pipe are the smells I remember from childhood since he quit smoking a few years after I was born, but they evoke the most powerful memories.
That's pretty cool.
I remember with pipe smoke, it's always my grandpa. I always remember my grandpa.
Mine too. My grandpa smoked a lot, and anytime I was in Nebraska, like where my dad was from.
Yeah.
Like the smell of like tobacco and corn.
Yeah.
Which is all you smell in Nebraska, really.
Tobacco and corn.
That's pretty much all you smell.
And the aforementioned sadness.
Right. And then we had a lot of... I asked this question on my Facebook, and we had a lot of responses.
A lot of people there.
Your wife actually says Old Spice. She says that she loves smelling it as a little girl.
Who doesn't?
My old coworker and friend Mike says king-size unfiltered Chesterfields, which I have no idea what those are. I guess they're cigarettes?
Yeah, I think it was a reference of something, because someone said right underneath, good reference. So, was that from some TV show that we...
I'm gonna look that up.
Will you kill him for me? For screwing around on our...
Fields. I'm gonna say it's a blues and jazz lounge. That's all I got.
So,
whatever.
What was his name? Mike?
Mike. Yes.
So, thanks for making a mockery of our question, Mike.
Thanks for confusing us to no end.
No, hey, thanks for responding.
Yes, exactly.
If we only knew what you meant.
Lisa says, my dad was a construction worker, so fresh cement reminds her of him, which is pretty cool. Liz, she's actually the sister to Melissa Joan Hart, the Sabrina the Teenage Witch, as it were,
Yes.
back in the day. We went to high school together. She says, dead fish. Seriously, he works on the water. So there's that.
I would.
You can't beat that smell. And that's a pretty,
Well, you can beat it. You just can't forget it.
Right, exactly. Susie says Old Spice smells like Dad, Grandpa, and brother. So a lot of her...
a lot of Old Spicers.
A lot of Old Spicers in her family. My wife's sister says the grill and fresh cut grass. Totally. So there's that. Adele, who's in...
There's a fire burning in my heart. Like that Adele?
Not Adele. No.
Oh. We could have had it all.
Shit. This podcast is going nowhere.
So not that Adele?
No. Oh. But she's a friend from high school in Finland now, and she says Old Spice, like everyone else, and freshly cooked rice. So there's that.
Rolling in the deep.
Katie says beer, bacon, and baseball mitts.
That's like the ultimate dad right there.
That is the ultimate dad.
Beer, bacon, and baseball mitts. That's the 3 Bs.
That's pretty awesome. Haley says fire. So hopefully...
We're not going to ask any more questions about that one.
Hopefully her dad is still okay. No, he is okay. I see him on Facebook.
Okay.
Scott, my old coworker from the eons previous jobs ago, says English leather. So
there's different kinds of leather, I guess.
I don't know.
I'm not a leather.
I mean, I guess there's like
person.
I guess there's really different leather.
My shoes are all like.
I didn't know there was English leather. Maybe they come from like different animals.
English cows.
Cows.
Choosy moms.
Nicole says Zest, Pert Plus, and Stetson.
Totally.
What is Stetson? I thought that was a hat.
That's the best a man can get. It's a cologne.
Is it really the best man?
Stetson, the best a man can get.
Oh, okay. I got that confused with Zest, which was
zestfully clean. Why am I?
You're not fully clean unless you're zestfully clean. Yeah, they had that towel at the end.
And you always like try to look around it on
Yeah.
TV if it was a woman.
Whoa.
Or a man.
Or a man. Whatever.
I was curious.
Chelsea says my dad smelled like a uniform. Uniforms.
A unicorn.
Not a unicorn. But it would be awesome if he did smell like a unicorn.
That would be incredible.
Because we have no idea what a unicorn smells like, and it'd be nice to know. Actually, but uniforms just have a smell to them.
They do. It's like starch and
it is. It's
authority.
It smells like authority. He was in the service and then a corrections officer, and then it was Jupe the cologne. And I don't know what Jupe is.
I want to say that was one of those designer imposters. If you
Okay.
love Giorgio, you'll love Jupe.
Never. No.
Did I watch like too much TV when I was little? Hey, there's a reason I'm 300 pounds.
And
you're not, because you were playing soccer and I was taking in Zest and Jupe commercials.
Well, like we didn't have TiVo back then.
Yeah. I'm just regretting my childhood right now, that's all.
Whatever. So those are the answers to the podcast question of the week.
That was really successful. I hope
that
people
was a
keep
lot,
them rolling into us.
What the hell is going on there?
What, where?
The review. What happened there? That's not what it's supposed to look like.
It looks like this everywhere.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I'm gonna have to fix that.
I didn't want to burden you with something else.
Don't look at the reviews section right now.
I didn't want to burden you with something else.
Anyways,
I email them all week, saying change this, can you change that, can you blah, blah, blah.
Whatever.
Sometimes I just take it in stride and say,
All right.
First story. So, first story. This was, I really liked doing this one. It was one I really dreaded sitting down to do because it had so much info.
Yeah, what's the title?
But I started...
Say the title.
Dadvertising in 2011, A New Hope.
Then I get to roll the thing. It goes the other way.
Oh.
It goes the other way.
It's a turbulent time for 8-Bit Dad. something. So yeah, there were a couple holiday commercials that I'd seen, and I really wanted to cover them. And I sat and thought and said, I should really just go over the whole year. Mm-hmm. So I did. I'm not obviously going to go over all this stuff right now. You can read it. It's a really good article, if I don't mind saying so myself. So
I think it's a good article.
If you'd like to read it, please. One commercial I forgot to mention that I'd love to mention here is the Super Bowl ad with the Darth Vader kid.
Oh, that was a good one.
Where the dad, he's trying to, the kid's trying to, control things with the Force, and the dad, hits the car alarm, and it, makes the kid's day. That was a really good dad commercial.
I like that. Yeah.
I didn't watch the Super Bowl, so I missed it, so...
It was one of those one-time things.
Yeah, but it was a good commercial.
Yeah.
Someone on Reddit reminded me of that. So thanks, person on Reddit. Otherwise, I really wanted to bring out, of anything that I was talking about, the commercial I don't have, the Baskin-Robbins commercial for ice cream cake bites. Number one, those things look fucking delicious.
Those look really good.
Number two, what a missed opportunity with that commercial. I don't know, it's not even online. Baskin-Robbins didn't even get back to me. Their PR company didn't get back to me, so bam. If you want to get back on our good graces, tough. Make some bigger ice cream cakes.
But those are kind of small.
There was a father and a son sitting in a room with a baby monitor, and the mom was sitting on a bed sleeping or reading or something.
It's not anywhere online.
No, I looked.
Wow.
I looked everywhere. And the dad's sitting with the baby monitor saying something like, ice cream cake bites, ice cream cake bites, ice cream cake bites. Just repeating something over and over again, like a kid.
Uh-huh.
And the mom looks over at the baby monitor well, I'm not going to buy that, stupid asshole.
Yeah.
So stupid. Does this guy not have his own money? Is that what we're showing fathers as? Is another kid who has to sneak sweets by his wife? Fucking adult, go buy them.
Yeah.
If I want to buy ice cream cake bites, I walk out of the house and I go buy them.
Like a real man.
Passing by the balcony, my wife's like, "Where are you going?" And I'm like, "Ice cream cake bites. See you later." And I just go do it.
Yeah.
I nut up and I do it.
Yeah, exactly.
This guy in the commercial's asking permission, which, whatever. It's fine to ask your wife for permission to do things. But it's you should be an equal permission. Hey, what do you think about us buying some ice cream cake bites?
Right.
Fucking stupid.
Well, was this article a good reflection on the ads, or a review?
Overall, overall, was it a positive year? Basically,
yeah.
It's getting better, I think.
Okay,
I think it's getting.
But that Baskin-Robbins one was
like that. Yeah, but I think everything else was kind of more or less positive. The Clorox one was
Yeah,
but everything else, the Chevy commercials. You pointed me out to the Silverado commercial.
Yeah,
that it just came out. That was really cool.
I thought that was pretty cool.
And Chevy was also the one that invited me out to do the thing. I talked about that. They're really focusing on fathers nowadays.
Yeah.
And Tim Allen you haven't noticed, they have a lot of Tim Allen and voiceovers in their commercials.
Oh.
Chevy runs deep.
Does he do the voiceovers for that?
That and Campbell's Soup.
Oh, okay.
And like 3 other things.
You know who's got a really good voice is President Palmer. I just call him President Palmer because he's from 24. But he does those Allstate ads.
Yeah. I was like, hey, I haven't seen 24. Fake your way through it, Zach. Oh, yeah, the African gentleman.
But he has like these weird commercials now where like the people are like talking with his voiceover.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's creepy.
Well, that'll not sell insurance.
It gives me nightmares. No, it gives me nightmares. Like, I don't want to buy Allstate now because people are going to like talk like President Palmer.
Do they do health insurance? Because I need some.
I don't think so. Oh, wait, maybe they do. I know State Farm does.
And will they insure a fat man? So, yeah, there was some really positive. I think there was kind of, I haven't really been paying the closest of attention in the past, but I think there's some kind of positive commercials that are starting to evolve.
Right. That are less kind of, mom-oriented with kids.
Yeah.
But more dad and family-oriented.
And some of them that don't say things necessarily, like, don't say, like, hey, dads, blah, blah, blah. Like, they just show dad as a parent and that's it, and then...
Well, that Silverado commercial was really cool because, like, there's one... I don't know if you posted it, but one commercial had him, like... I forgot the context of it. I'm not going to look it up right now. But he was, like, saying, like, well, what did you do today? And he was, like, going through all of his memories of, like, just flashes of, like, all the video... Like, just video clips of, like, him putting a Band-Aid on a little... I'm assuming his kid's knee... And that's what stuck out to me is like.
Shit, I should have put that one up. I didn't see that one.
I don't know if it was. I
only saw the one that I had linked to. So.
But that's a good. That's a good one too. That's what I saw. That's the other commercial that I saw.
Except that G.I. Joe and Cobra were both working at the construction site.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Pretty not realistic commercial.
No.
So sorry, Chevy. Try again. But no, it's.
How can you get that wrong?
Really overwhelmingly positive commercials. Recently, the Hallmark commercial was great.
Yeah.
You did a whole lot. I mean, kind of the good commercials drown out the bad ones, I think, at this point.
Totally.
We're going to continue to cover Dadvertising stuff as the year goes on. Maybe we'll see some more good stuff.
If we see a commercial that we like or we don't like, we'll try to write about it and provide construction.
And if you're a company
not construction,
that is worried about
criticism, we're going to build shit.
We're going to erect things.
Yes.
If you're a company that does want to make a dad-friendly commercial, you can feel free to email us.
Yes.
Because we will...
Charter Communications has one that...
Was it Charter or Cox?
No, it's Charter Communications that has one with like a really smart-ass kid. And I want to get a hold of this... I only saw it on Hulu, but I want to get a hold of it to just kind of... I haven't found it anywhere online.
Email him.
I did.
We got the power.
Well, I sent him a message on YouTube, which I'm sure they're never going to check. So I need their email address. Maybe you can spearhead that for me.
I'll ferret it out.
Yeah. Next story.
Let's move along.
Thousands of kids, thousands of stickers equals obliteration. And we'll just do like a really quick version of this. It's not that hard to kind of explain what's going on here. An artist in Australia, Queensland. I think it's Queensland or Queensland.
Queensland.
Yes. The original story was from Colossal, or thisiscolossal.com. And this dude has a website, I think, what is he? He's like a writer for something else. Wired. He's a writer for Wired magazine. Christopher Jobson. And he has this website, thisiscolossal.com, and he says that, in the Queensland Gallery of Modern Art, which is the pirate wing of the Aussie Queensland Gallery of Modern Art. This blank room is just completely white. Everything's painted white. There's furniture. There's like a piano. And this artist, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but Yayoi Kusama, or Kusama. Yayoi, I know it's Yayoi, but Kusama, whatever. Really hard name to pronounce. Allowed thousands of kids in like the month of December to come with like pages and pages of stickers and just obliterate this room, appropriately titled the Obliteration Room. And the results are awesome. Like this room came to life in a
artists get paid
blast.
for anything these days, right?
They do. They totally do.
Like for even just making something white and letting kids do the art.
But this is pretty cool for kids to be a part of something. And
I'm gonna make an obliteration room.
we don't want to know what that's gonna be like. But this was really, a pretty cool thing for kids to be a part of and to participate in. So there's that.
Yeah, there's always that.
Yes.
Because it's always about the kids.
Yeah, it is. Totally. The kids are our future.
I've been told.
We are the world.
I'm trying to not make that happen, but
yeah.
Whatever.
Next story.
So, maybe you missed it, maybe you didn't, but we have our new review section up, and it looks awesome. One of the reviews we had up, which was kind of in the fray of the new section, it kind of went up and went down and went up and went down and went up again, was the review for Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS.
Oh, you got a prop. I didn't know you had a prop.
Well, I got the box. I mean, I figured...
Oh, okay. There you go.
I was going to bring the 3DS and just play it while we talked, but...
Maybe after the show.
This is a buy for me, like totally.
Really?
I'd say this is. I don't want to evoke the threats of Nintendo fans or anything, but I'd say this is probably the best Mario Kart game that's been out.
Wow.
And I'd say only really because it's got the online component that's so well done.
Yeah, online components are like huge nowadays.
Yeah, especially with like a Mario Kart. I mean, Mario Kart was so fun to play with your friends in the room. It's like. I don't want to say it's even more fun to play with people over the internet because it's not. It's more fun to play with your friends.
People over the internet generally suck.
Well, and you can't like turn to them and like punch them in the ribs when they like do something.
Yeah. Like, why'd you shoot me with that turtle? Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
The blue shell's back. Docked you a point for that one, Mario Kart.
Whatever.
Whatever. But the online component is awesome. I mean, you're able to like jump into games. There was an update that Nintendo put out with this game where you're now able to go to your friends list on the 3DS, which had in the past been worthless. Like you were just collecting friends for nothing. Like there was no interaction with them. Now you can go to that friends list and join their Mario Kart games. You can join games with people around the world. Supposedly, it matches you up with people that are kind of the same skill.
Yeah.
I don't know if it really does that. People can say that and then just
exactly
never really implement that, and who cares? The latency on the network is pretty good. I don't know if it's just I don't know how it works, but it's working. You can make custom games. It's great. I mean, it's a great game. Plus, the single player is real fun.
Yeah.
There's new ways to race. There's like a glider that you put on your card.
I noticed that's like featured on the back.
There's gliders and there's a whole bunch of other stuff you can't see, and propellers so you can go underwater. And usually those kinds of gimmicks you'd think like are who cares? But it works really well. The physics on them work really well. I like the glider parts more than the underwater parts, but they don't really overdo the underwater stuff. The glider parts are great. You can do shortcuts with them. So you find people are taking shortcuts during the matches. You want to figure out where they're going, and you follow them, and blah blah blah.
That's cool. So you would recommend this?
And it's great. It's great for like parents and kids because
what ages of kids do you think?
Well, it's rated E for everyone.
But generally, that's like 6+ right?
Yeah, I let my 3-year-old watch or play this, and he doesn't get it. He likes playing it, but he doesn't get the racing part of it.
Right.
He likes to watch the karts move and go and stuff, but he doesn't get it. So every kid develops at a different age, but I'd probably say like 5 and up.
Yeah.
Like by the time you get the hand-eye coordination stuff going.
Totally.
But it's real fun for dads and kids. If you have 2 3DSs, you can play versus with one game. They just can't choose a different character.
Right.
You can use your Mii that you created on your 3DS to race, which is awesome online.
Yeah.
Instead of just seeing a whole bunch of Marios, you see like
a
Mario, a Luigi, and then the Miis. And
cool. Awesome.
It's perfect.
So our last story is Kristina Alexanderson, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Bing.
Talks to 8-Bit Dad about her Stormtrooper-Dad photos. And this was your story, but I liked it so much because I'm an avid Star Wars aficionado.
And I wouldn't want to take that away from you.
I'm not going to be an aficionado. I'm going to say like fan. because I don't know everything and anything Star
About
Wars.
fish?
About what?
Fish.
No.
A fish.
What? No, I'm not a fish.
Doesn't have to do with fish.
Nope.
Cool.
But she takes. Where is she from? She's from
Sweden.
Sweden. She's blonde. I should have known. That's my racial profiling. But yeah, she takes.
We're both blonde too.
I'm not blonde. I just have no hair. I was blonde when I was a baby, though.
Me too.
So there's that. But she takes these really cool photos of these stormtroopers with their like little. I don't know where she got this Lego kid.
The minifig, it came from one of the Star Wars kits.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know a whole lot about Lego Star Wars kids.
Yeah, they have like, well, it's not like the kid. It's like literally like that's the size of the Stormtrooper.
Right. Yeah.
The Lego sets.
But it makes really, really awesome like photos of.
Yeah.
Like these two, like
The
two
father
little,
and son. Yeah, she stole her middle kid's action figure.
Yeah.
She uses the Stormtrooper.
And this is really just pretty awesome photography.
It really is. Like, and she takes them around the world.
Really?
From what I read. She like goes like every trip that she goes on. I don't know what she does for a living, but she takes them
like the
everywhere.
Clone troopers and all
and
that.
then takes pictures of. There's one of them like at the Golden Gate Bridge or something. And,
yeah.
And just doing like normal day to day stuff.
It's really really sweet set. That cherry one, that was cute.
And she did them like every day for all of 2011.
Damn, that's a lot.
And I think she's still doing
that's a
them
lot
too.
of pictures.
There's links on there to follow and
totally.
blah blah blah.
So you have her Flickr page or something like that?
Oh yeah, it seems like I didn't link it. I was so distracted.
Oh wait, no, it's in the bottom.
I did this like on New Year's, didn't I? Yeah, December 31st.
Yeah,
so
it's in the bottom.
I was drinking absinthe while I was doing this article, and
her
eating McDonald's and drinking absinthe. So if the link's not there, fuck you.
the link is there. It's in the bottom of the post.
Oh, gotcha.
So check that out. She has a Flickr page that has a lot of other photos.
A lot of other photos.
Yes, and definitely check that out. And that is it.
And thanks for emailing back.
Yeah,
even
definitely.
with the language barrier, she doesn't speak English, kind of.
And it's a great.
She learned some in school, which I guess people do around the world.
Yeah.
We don't learn shit in school.
We don't, except for Spanish.
Spanish.
But that's about it.
But yeah, thanks for emailing back. It's great when people do.
Totally.
Makes me happy.
So yeah, check that out, and that's it for our stories.
Yes, sir.
And do we have any upcoming stuff? Your son is turning 3.
Like tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
No, wait, no, he turned 3
Did
yesterday.
he already turn? Okay.
The party's tomorrow.
There you go.
Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm going.
I'm going.
Are you buying? You're buying pizza for everyone, right?
Yeah, that's what's rumored.
That's why I'm going. And because I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese in like forever.
You didn't miss much.
But I didn't miss much.
Yeah,
okay.
No. I went there for someone else's thing like
All
a couple years ago and was like, oh, hey.
Do they still have that Noah's Ark game?
It's, no.
Do you remember that?
No.
Okay. Well, it was like a single stick and you got to like navigate Noah's Ark through the logs and rocks that would appear down a river.
I'd say they're probably not doing the whole God thing anymore.
That was in the 80s.
They're not doing the Judeo-Christian link to Chuck E. Cheese anymore.
In all in defense, it was the Reagan era, so it might have been a little bit more religious than today's times. So
it should be fun. I mean, they've got new games there. They've
I'm
always
looking
got that
forward
like
to it.
basketball thing. Like
the basketball thing. Yeah.
Get some tokens for my kid for that.
Yep. I'll be battling you for that.
That's like Nickelodeon or something. Yeah, like Nickelodeon has commercials for Chuck E. Cheese. Every single commercial break, there's like 2 commercials for Chuck E. Cheese.
Really?
And we have to hear about it from our kid every commercial break.
That's marketing for you.
We're sitting there like typing away at the computer or doing something or talking or making dinner, and all of a sudden just blood-curdling screams. And we're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? My party's at Chuck E. Cheese! And we're like, oh, it makes me want to cancel it just because of that. I feel like I don't want my kid to be indoctrinated into.
I mean, is there stuff to do like besides arcade games like for 3-year-olds, or is there?
There's a whole bunch of like there's a whole bunch of little kid stuff.
Okay. Because I don't know how my daughter's going to react at like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Not even a year and a half.
Well, yeah, we were like really thinking we're like, do we give them tokens or do we like, what's she gonna do? So we're like, yeah, just put her down as a kid. She'll have some pizza. She'll have a token.
Yeah.
You can play something with her
We'll figure it
bump
out.
the whack-a-mole or something.
We'll stay as long as we possibly can. Without her freaking out.
Who knows? There's going to be kids of all ages. So.
I just totally
went down your shirt.
Yep. All right.
Oh, well, we're wrapping up, so I better start chugging.
We are wrapping up.
To cooks!
To cooks.
So.
And Top Chefs everywhere.
Anyway.
Whatever.
So, hey, if you want to do us a solid, you can contact us and suggest a story. What?
Just a solid thing. I haven't heard that since Seinfeld.
If you want to do us a solid, you can contact us, suggest a story, email us at dads@8bitdad.com.
Or you can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/8bitdad.
And be sure to follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/8bitdads with an S.
With an S. Don't bother Scott. He's the 8bit dad. Let us know at 8bitdads.
Or you know what? Send him something else.
Send him just
say hi to Scott at
obscene photos. Just
really?
Yeah, totally.
I was just gonna say hi.
Send him that army guy.
The army guy with the wiener hanging out.
Yeah, totally. he'd like that a lot.
Post that picture.
So,
so that's it for this week. Thank God.
Thank God.
Of 8-Bit Dad. We'll
2012.
To the new year.
To the new year.
And the end of the world.
And the end of the world.
I'm Zach Rosenberg.
And I'm Brian Ferguson. Until next time, stay Mayan.
2012.
There's some pretty cool stuff that's going on over in Finland too, which I have no idea what it is, but maybe she can shed some light.
She could be our. Is she live there?
Yeah, she lives there right now.
She can be our flag on the street.
Like Murray from Sesame Street.
Kermit the Frog.
No, Murray does the word on the street.
Dude.
What did you say? Frog on the street?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kermit the Frog, dude, from years ago.